In a world where a simple act of kindness can spark a wave of change, our Stand Against Hunger initiative is a beacon of hope. Wells Fargo has joined us in our efforts and is part of the inspiration and the work that's being done. Let's welcome Wells Fargo's Senior Vice President of Philanthropy. We have Karin Woodruff. Hello, Karin.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. So
Good.
why was it important to Wells Fargo to team up with us here at ABC 10 for the Stand Against Hunger campaign?
Well, we initially did this 3 years ago to kick off your campaign. So we just are excited to see the year over year, you're doubling the fundraising efforts. And so it's the word gets out, and using a media partner to share with the community the importance of folks around them, their neighbors, and kind of illuminating how and why it's important for them to give back. It's just important for us to be able to partner with you guys because you do such a good job.
Well, we appreciate Wells Fargo just as much in return. And in terms of supporting local food banks, how has Wells Fargo been involved nationally and within our community?
So food obviously is a basic need, and when you're hungry, you don't really do well at anything. So, you know, the foundation cares very deeply about our neighbors and our communities and creating a sustainable existence for those that live in our community. So for us to address hunger is part of the work that we do. While it's not a pillar of a foundation investment, it is something that we feel very you know, it's very important for us to give back in that way. We do big campaigns nationally around Feeding America food banks, and then locally we have that relationship with Feeding America food banks. And the importance of Feeding America food banks is that they are the host that feeds all the other food banks or food pantries or closets.
Wow, so extremely involved in the community. How do you see hunger hitting people up close, and what keeps you in the ring fighting against it year after year?
You just think about it. You will not know who needs a little help. It's not the stigma of I have to stand in line or a food distribution and get food. It's not the people that you think. And especially now with the economy the way it is, it's very expensive to go to the grocery store. So access to fresh fruits and vegetables and canned items and things that they would need, especially for the holiday season, it's just so important. Food is nourishment, and nourishment means that you can do what you need to do for your community. So it's super important for us to be able to highlight this and give back in this way.
Yeah, and how do Wells Fargo employees do their part to support the work you guys do?
Well, we have a campaign called the Bank of Doing, and we also do. So all of our employees participate in giving back in some way, and we give them community care dollars up to $2,000 that they're able to support any nonprofit they'd like. So we give them 2 days off, and most of our employees, and I think you can see folks giving back and packing food, but they do that not just for food banks, but they do it across the spectrum. So it's a huge part of who Wells Fargo is, and it matches the investments we give, but it's also like, you know, giving your time and your treasure is equally as important.
Yeah, and why would you say it's important for both individuals and companies like yours to do their part in the fight against hunger?
Well, these are our neighbors. You know, look around you. If folks are not, if they're struggling in your community, that just makes your community struggle. So what we need to do collectively is stand up and give back in some whatever way you can. It doesn't mean that you have to give the amount of dollars that Wells Fargo might be able to provide, being as large as we are, but you can give $25, you can give $100 a month, you can do a recurring gift, and that goes a long way to feed a family.
How do these food banks play a vital role beyond just addressing immediate hunger?
Well, Feeding America food banks, it's really important to support them because, like I said, they distribute food and goods to all the different pantries, and that could be your community college, it could be your high school, it could be your elementary school. So it's a lot of good work that they are doing in the community, but they also do education, and they provide access to other resources beyond food. So it's really important to know that, you know, hunger and food is just not the only tool in their toolbox.
Wow, I mean, Wells Fargo is super involved in our community. What else are you guys doing?
Well, we do a lot.
Yeah.
You know, the company probably provides between 300 and 400 million a year annually across all the country. In my market, in this region, we probably give around 2 to 3 million. And it really focuses around housing affordability, small business, financial health, and climate and sustainability efforts. So we're looking for nonprofits that have direct and positive impact in those four categories, and we make investments in them. So, and then we collectively, string them all together across the country and really show how we're shifting the landscape with a racial equity lens. So it's really a cool, I have the best job in the world. I don't know, you might have.
Hey, we got time.
Yeah. But it is really good to be able to lift up your community, and Wells Fargo does that really well.
Yeah, well, we are thankful that you've joined us in taking a stand against hunger, you and the team at Wells Fargo, and we're happy to be doing this again this year.
I agree. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. And you can find out more by going to wellsfargo.com. And to help fill the gap, donate to the food bank of your choice. Just go to abc10.com/stand against hunger. Each dollar you donate will buy 5 meals. We may not be able to end hunger, but we can help give people in need the holiday meals they deserve.